Hello, and welcome to Encantada Maria, where we talk about self-care and personal growth. In today's video, we are going to be talking about 10 self-care tips that are budget-friendly and can be worked into your busy schedule. Before we get started, if you like discussions on self-care, productivity, and personal growth, be sure to click that subscribe button and hit the notifications bell so you're notified of future videos. Let's get started. Alright, so first I want to clarify what we mean by self-care in this video. So I know a lot of times when you think of self-care, you might think of, spa days or shopping sprees, something that are a little more luxurious and not so budget friendly. In today's video, we're going to focus on things that are a little more practical and can be worked into your daily routine. For more on self-care, I do have a blog post on my website, encantadamaria.com, that discusses the 6 different areas of self-care. Click the link below in the description box if you'd like to check it out. Alright, so first on the list is to take a few minutes out of your day to journal. Whether you're doing, a daily diary entry or a gratitude journal, just taking a few minutes out of your day to, get things off your chest, dump all of your thoughts into your journal. It will do wonders for your mental health and will make you feel a lot better in the long run. Number 2 on the list is to spend some time outside. Whether this is, going to a park and just sitting on a bench for a few minutes, taking a walk in your neighborhood, whatever it may be, spend some time outdoors. This is especially important if you work from home. It can be easy to get buried in your work, spend all day in your home office or just indoors in general. Don't do that. Allow yourself to get some fresh air, get some sunlight, go outside. You'll definitely see some benefits from doing that. Third on the list is to practice yoga or meditation. So if you're not a yoga person, don't worry. We're so fortunate to have so many good resources, on YouTube. If you're, a beginner at anything, you can surely find some sort of tutorial on YouTube. So, look online, check out some beginner yoga videos and get started on that. Otherwise, if you're not a yoga person, just take a few minutes to meditate. Set aside 5 to 10 minutes from your day, unplug, spend some time, just focusing on your breathing, focusing on being present in the moment. Try to not let your mind get bogged down on your to-do list or, who you need to reach out to or what calls you need to return. Instead, just focus on the present, focus on your breathing, and, spend some time alone to yourself and relaxing in that way. All right, so the 4th way that you can practice self-care is by reaching out to your friends and hosting an at-home movie night. So one of the areas of self-care that oftentimes get neglected is the area of social self-care. So this is just the area that, encourages us to make social connections with others in our community. The idea that we really do benefit from having that, having connections with other people, speaking to other people. Even introverts need some, human interaction. But oftentimes, self-care is focused on, the personal health and wellness, that oftentimes the social self-care aspect gets neglected or overlooked. Really encourage you to incorporate some social self-care into your daily routine. And one way that you can do that is by calling up your friends, watching your favorite movie, enjoying some snacks, and just enjoying some social time. All right, a 5th budget-friendly way to practice self-care is to take some time to create a healthy meal or a healthy snack for yourself. If you're someone who is super busy, chances are that you are looking to cut down time where you can so you can just focus on what you have to do, accomplishing those tasks that are on your to-do list. I really encourage you from time to time to slow yourself down, especially at mealtime, rather than, trying to find the quickest option that's not always the healthiest. Slow down, Give yourself a break and allow yourself to be mindful of what you're consuming and what you're putting into your body. As the saying goes, put good in, get good out. So if you're always looking for, something that's quick but maybe not always healthy, your mood is going to reflect that. And you may, I know when I eat poorly, I always feel sluggish. But if you spend a little more time in finding a healthy option to actually energize yourself for the rest of your day, you'll feel much better. The 6th budget-friendly self-care tip is to be mindful of your sleep schedule. It costs $0 to make sure that you're going to bed on time and getting enough sleep. Prioritize your health, prioritize your sleep schedule, set an alarm in your phone of when you want to go to bed and stick to that. Hold yourself accountable in that way. Because as you, continue to have a set sleep schedule, as you continue to get enough rest, you will see that, result in improvements in your mood over time. Number 7, prioritize your hygiene routine. So just like you need to be mindful with what you're putting in your body and making sure that you're eating healthy foods, just like you need to be mindful of how much sleep you're getting and making sure that you have a set sleep schedule, you should also be mindful of, your hygiene routine and actually looking at it as, instead of, a chore or something you need to do, almost as, sort of a kind of a luxury or an enjoyable thing that you get to do. So instead of thinking of it as, I need to take a quick shower before I go to work, instead think of it as, I am incorporating this into my morning routine. This is time that, I get to spend with myself, taking care of myself, with a relaxing shower that gets me started for my day. Similarly, if you're a nighttime shower person, instead of, I have to take a shower before I go to bed, instead look at it as, I get to gently wind down, take a hot shower, do my nighttime skincare routine and show myself that I'm deserving of that care. Number 8, expand your horizons by reading a book or listening to an audiobook. Part of what we discuss on this channel is personal growth. And one of the best ways to do that is by reading books. Each year I like to challenge myself to read a certain number of books, and I really try to stick to that. I encourage you to do the same. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to read, all of the personal wellness books if you don't enjoy that. Don't have to read nonfiction at all if you don't enjoy that. Just, spend some time reading, exploring new genres, reading new books. Great way to expand your horizons and to learn a little bit more about yourself and just the world in general. If you're not someone who enjoys reading, consider getting audiobooks. Similar, same thing, same content, just make sure that you are continuing to expand your horizons and grow in that way. Number 9, unplug and do something that doesn't involve social media or the internet. I always need to remind myself to do this. Just because a lot of my day is spent, online, whether with work or, scrolling through social media. It's easy to spend a lot of hours doing that, as I'm sure you know. But I just try to be mindful every so often to put the phone down, put the computer away, do something that doesn't involve having to, be plugged in electronically. So this could be something as simple as, going for a walk like we mentioned earlier, reading a book like we mentioned earlier. Also, if you're crafty or just enjoy, art, drawing, coloring, whatever it is, spend some time away, with your own thoughts, focused on doing something else other than allowing your time to be consumed by social media or just things on the internet. Last but not least, number 10, spend time with your friends and your loved ones. Call your mom, call your friends, call a family member. Make time to spend with those that you love. This really goes back to that social self-care aspect that we discussed earlier. If you're having a bad day or, if you just had a really busy day at work, it can be so relaxing, so re-energizing to connect with a friend, family member, catch up on their day, catch up on what's been going on in their life. It can really, I find for me personally, when I have, difficult days, spending time with loved ones really puts things into perspective for me. I know personally, if something goes wrong, I like to overthink, I like to worry, I sometimes like to make things bigger deals than what they actually are. But when I, finish my work day, speak to a loved one, they don't even know it, but they're helping me to learn that, this minor problem that I have going on, really is a minor problem. I don't need to, blow it up into something that it isn't. Don't need to make a big deal out of it. I can handle it. I have it under control. I have someone in my life who loves me if things go wrong. Just really things that, help me to put things into perspective. Really helps me to have a positive outlook on life, and really these connections with loved ones are so rejuvenating for me. So I encourage you to spend a little time, if not each day, at least each week, reaching out to friends and family members, and nurturing these relationships and having these connections as a part of your self-care. Alright, so that concludes today's video. If you liked it, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe and click that notifications bell so you're notified of future videos. Lastly, like I mentioned, I do have a blog post on the 6 different areas of self-care. Be sure to check out my blog, encantadamaria.com. The link is in the description box below. I will see you in the next video. Bye!